everyone, welcome to our channel Knowledge Hub. Friends, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. आज हम लोग जो स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं वो इंग्लिश वोकैबुलरी की क्लास स्टार्ट करेंगे, जो कि इंग्लिश वोकैबुलरी की अगर मैं क्लास की बात करती हूँ तो क्लास नंबर आपका 5 है। ऑलरेडी हमने क्लास 4 कर लिया है, जिसमें हमने ऑलरेडी 173 क्लास क्वेश्चंस वर्ड्स हैं हमने ऑलरेडी कर लिए हैं with their meaning, with their synonyms as well as their antonyms. And some of the student has requested for the English classes that they want English classes to be necessary, and of course, so we are here to provide that. We are here to fulfill your request here. Now we'll discuss with 174. Before that, अगर आप हमारे चैनल फर्स्ट टाइम देख रहे हो या अभी तक आपने हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है, it's a huge request to subscribe our channel and like and share and subscribe our channel. And if you had subscribed our channel, so thanks a lot for supporting us. Now we'll start with the word that we have here is 174th word, and the first word for the session is revoke. Revoke is used as verb, okay, and the revoke stands for, what is the meaning of revoke is officially cancel. When something is officially cancelled, then we can use the word revoke, or a decree, डिसीजन और अ प्रॉमिस दैट ऑफिशियली कैंसिल, जिसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं रद्द करना। अगर कोई चीज़ जो आपकी रद्द हो जाती है, ऑफिशियली कैंसिल हो जाती है, ओके, चाहे वो आपका डिसीजन हो, चाहे वो आपका प्रॉमिस हो, फिर या आपका एक डिक्री हो, तो कुछ भी हो, अगर वो कैंसिल हो रहा है, देन यू कैन यूज़ द वर्ड रिवोक where it is used as verb. This you have to be very careful while you are using the word revoke in a sentence. Now moving on with the next word that we have here is your 175 word, that is conception. Conception is a word that is used as noun. Conception is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of the conception that we have here is the forming or devising of a plan or idea. Basically, you can form, when you are forming some of the idea or a plan, then you can use the word conception. In Hindi, the conception stands for धारणा. जो आप धारणा कहते हैं ना, किसी के प्रति आपकी धारणा है वो, तो then on that same case you can use the word conception for those sentences where you are using the word in Hindi, the dharna, the forming or the devising of plan or idea, where you can use the word conception there. Now moving on to the next one that we have a 176, that is fraught. What does the fraught mean is, fraught is a word that is used as adjective here, and the fraught meaning of fraught is causing or affected by anxiety or stress. Now, when a person is affected by anxiety or a stress, in Hindi you can say that भरा हुआ, दुख से भरा हुआ, टेंशन से भरा हुआ, स्ट्रेस से भरा हुआ, एंजाइटी से भरा हुआ. So where you are using the word fraud for those person, for those sentences, you are using the word fraud where you can see that the causing or affected by the anxiety or a stress, then you can use the word fraud there. Now moving on with the next word that we have here is 177. 177 word we have is stringently. Stringently means this is the word that is used as adverb here. Stringently, meaning of stringently that we have here is in a way that is strict, severe or limiting. तो बेसिकली व्हेन समथिंग, एक कोई तरह से जहाँ पे वो आप स्ट्रिक्ट फॉर्मेशन में आए, या चाहे सिवियर फॉर्मेशन में हो या लिमिटेड में हो, जिसे हम हिंदी कहते हैं कठोरता पूर्वक, ओके, स्ट्रिक्ट होना, कठोर होना, तो तब यू कैन यूज द वर्ड stringently there. Now the next word that we have here, 178 word here, that is comments. Comments is a word that is used as verb. Comments is a word that is used as verb here, and the meaning of comments that we have here is begin. Begin or start. When we are beginning something, you are going to start something, then you can use the word before, instead of to begin off or start off, you can use the word to commence off. In Hindi you can say that the प्रारंभ करना के जगह पे आप use कर सकते हो commence. Just like we say in a speech, or we say in a sentences that we are beginning with this particular event, or we are starting with this particular event. So in that place you can use the word commence there. We are commencing this event or such and such way. Okay, in that case you can use the word commence to frame the sentences. Now moving on with next. The next word that we have here, 179 word, and that is obstruction. Obstruction is a word that is used as noun, and the obstruction is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of the obstruction is a thing that impedes or prevents passage or progress, an obstacle or a blockage, that is in Hindi that is बाधा. बाधा होना कोई चीज़ ऑब्स्टिकल होना, कोई चीज़ ब्लॉकेज होना, या प्रोग्रेस या पैसेज को प्रिवेंट करना. So where any progress that impedes or prevents that passage or progress, in the case of the obstacle, the blockage, some kind of a blockage there, then you can use the word there, and then as obstruction, that is used as noun, as I said you before. Now moving on with the next one that we have here is 180th word, and that is your relentlessly. Relentlessly is a word that is used as adverb here, and the relentlessly is an adverb in an unseasoningly intense or a harsh way. Something which is in a harsh way, something which is unceasingly intense, and then you can use the word relentlessly there, and that the word is used as adverb there. Okay, now moving on with the next one that we have here is 181th word, and the word is implicitly. Implicitly is a word that is used as adverb. So word is implicitly, and the word is used as adverb in a way that is not directly expressed completely, under undoubtedly. Basically in something in that way, what you're using that is not directly expressed completely. You are going to express something to someone, but it is not directly explained to the another person, then it is undoubtedly. So expressed completely, when you're expressing something not directly expressed completely or undoubtedly, जिसे हम कहते हैं निसंदेह होना, तो वो then you can use the word implicitly. Okay, now moving on to the next word, that is your 182th word, and the word is decimate. Decimate is a word that is used as verb. Okay, so decimate is a word that is used as verb, and the decimate meaning is kill, destroy, or remove a large proportion of. So basically decimate is used as verb, and it means that to kill something, destroy something, or remove a large proportion of, जिसे हिंदी में कहते हैं हम बर्बाद करना. कोई भी चीज़ बर्बाद करना, कोई खाने की चीज़ बर्बाद करना, किसी पर्सन को बर्बाद करना, all these in that same way, to destroy someone, to destroy something, to kill something, to kill someone. So in that case you can use the word decimate. Okay, that is used as the word, that is used as verb here. Now moving on with the next one that we have here is with respect to 183 word, and that is reiterate. Reiterate word is used as verb here, and reiterate is a word that is used as verb, and the meaning of reiterate is repeat, restate, recapitulate, जिसे हम कहते हैं दोहराना. ओके, रिवाइज करना, इन दैट केस रीस्टेट होना, रिकैपिलेट करना और रिपीट करना. रिपीट करते जाओ, जैसे नॉर्मली बच्चों के साथ ये होता है कि कहा जाता है कि जो आपने याद किया है उसको आप रिपीट करते रहो, रिवाइज करते रहो, सो दैट यू विल गेट ऑल दैट थिंग इन वंस एंड ट्वाइस थ्राइस. सो उसके हिसाब से आपको अच्छे से लर्न होगा. ऑन दैट केस यू कैन यूज द वर्ड reiterate here, and that is used as verb only. Now moving on with the next one that we have here is 184th word, and that is endorsement. So the next word is endorsement. Endorsement is a word that is used as noun. Endorsement is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of endorsement is to support something, backing, approval, to give an approval to something. That in Hindi you can say that it is stands for the samarthan, to samarthan karna someone, so to support something, to backing something, to approval something. That and that these kind of a word where you can use the word endorsement here. Okay, to endorse something, endorse someone, in that case you can use the word endorsement there. Now moving on with the next one, that we have your 185 word, that is arbitrariness. Arbitrariness is a word that is used as noun. Arbitrariness is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of the arbitrariness is a lack of a restraint and the use of authority or autocracy. Autocracy, and that in Hindi you can say that manmani karna, apni manmarzi ka karna. For that sake you are using the word arbitrariness, and here the lack of restraint there. Again, lack of restraint in the use of the authority of the autocracy, where you were using the word manmani karna. So these were the word that you have to be very clear, and you can use these word in your normal day-to-day languages also, that it could improve your English, that what the focus is all about. Now moving on, next word that we have is 186th word, and that is ultimatum. Ultimatum is a word I hope you had always heard by your parents or someone, the teachers of course, they had used this word, or your friends of course, they are using ultimatum as word. That the word is used as noun, and the meaning of the word ultimatum is a final demand or the statement of terms, the rejections of which will result in the retaliations or breakdown in relations. And the last in Hindi, that is अंतिम चेतावनी, लास्ट टाइम कोई वार्निंग देना. फॉर एग्जांपल कोई स्टूडेंट है जो many times फेल हो चुका है, तो of course by their parent they had given the ultimatum to particular student, to particular child, that this is the last warning to you, to have to be very you have to score good marks for these examination that you are in. So that was, you can say that, the ultimatum were there. And before that, instead of going through with uh, understanding these words or learning these words, instead of learning these words, you can use these words in your vocabulary, in your day-to-day language, so that you can improve this English as well. Because giving this word is not to understand, just you to just going through all these words once, twice, thrice, twice. But after that, if you're using this word, if you're framing with these words, so of course that will improve your English, as well as that can give you a good command on English, and you can improve those English, because now the English is very good. It is very necessary, you can say that, because of this you are not able to give a proper interview also. And nowadays, if you're talking about the private companies, so of course they are always taking an interview in an English manner, and they want that the particular candidate should be efficient in English as well as in Hindi, because in the demand of English is also more higher. Okay, you can see that in India the second language is English only. Okay, so now moving on with the next one that we have here is 187th word that we have here is. So here is the word that is 187 word, and that is backlash. Backlash is a word that is used as noun. So backlash is a word that is used as noun, and the meaning of backlash is a strong negative reaction by a large number of people, especially to a social or political development. In Hindi that is प्रतिक्रिया. Basically एक strong negative reaction आना एक large number of people के through, अगर वो especially वो social या political development के हैं, या प्रतिक्रिया in Hindi we can say that. For those sentences you can use the word backlash there. And of course, to improve English, as I said, you use these words in your phrases, in your sentences. So backslash, you can use backlash word in those person with a strong negative reaction by a large number of people there. Now moving on with the next one that we have here, 188 word, and the word is leopardize. Leopardize is a word that is used as verb. Leopardize is a word that meaning is threaten, endanger, imperil. That is in जोखिम में डालना, like in the case endanger करना, like threaten करना, डराना, and all these words. If you're using these words, so instead of using these words you can use the word leopardize, and this is used as, of course this is used as verb here. Okay, in Hindi you can say that जोखिम में डालना. Now moving on with the next one that we have here is 189 word, and that is immune. I think this is the familiar word for you, but of course you are using these words in your framing sentences, that is not for sure. But immune is a word that is used, that you had even though heard. So immune is a word that is used as adjective, and the meaning of immune is protected or exempt, especially from an obligations or effort something. Here the protected or exempt, and especially from an obligations or effects of something. In Hindi that is pratiraksha. Basically effects of something, you are protected or exempt, especially from the obligations, some of the statement that had been given to you, that are the effect of the something that you are going to. So of course you can use the word immune there, and the meaning in Hindi is pratiraksha. Now moving on with the next word that we have here is 190th word, and the 190th word that we have is undermine. The word is undermine, and that is used as verb. Undermine is a word that we are using as in the form of verb here, and the undermine meaning is lessen the effectiveness, power or ability of, especially gradually or insidiously. Basically to weaken something, to affect something, and of course with the power, with the ability to, especially the gradually to insidiously. In Hindi you can say the word is kamzor karna, to kamzor karna someone, and that way we are using the word undermine there. And of course you have to be remember in that case that we are using these words in the form of verb. Okay, because these were the words that you're using day-to-day life as well, if you're framing these sentences by using these words. Now moving on with the next one that we have here, 191 word, and that is bully. And I think this is also the familiar word that you are familiar with. And a bully is a word that is used as verb here, and the bully represent as a verb, and this is a familiar word, but you are not using this in your daily statements, of course. And the meaning of the bully that we have here is here. So the meaning of bully, as I said you here, that you are not using the frame, of course in the statement. The bully means is a seek to harm, intimidate or coerce someone perceived as vulnerable. So bully stands for seek to harm, intimidate or the coerce, and of course someone perceived to the vulnerable, and that in Hindi that is bhaybeet karna. Okay, this is the word that it means, stands for. Now the word is 192, that is intransigent, and transigent is a word that is used as adjective there, and the intransigent is a word that meaning is uncompromising, inflexible. In Hindi that is hati. Okay, inflexible, uncompromising in here, then you can use the word intransigent there, because these were the words that is new, and of course that can, if you're framing these words, so of course the person get to know that you are in good in English, of course. 193 word, that is sanction. Sanction is a word that is used as noun here, and the word meaning is a threatened penalty for disobeying a law of rule. To threaten penalty to disobeying a law of rule, in that pratibandh karna, in that word you can use the word sanction there. Now the next word is 194, that is unobeyable. What unobeyable is a word that is used as adjective, and the meaning of unobeyable is not capable of working successfully. It is not, if you are not capable of working successfully, if someone is not capable of working successfully, then these words were used there. And not feasible, in Hindi you can say that alhabakari huna, then unviable is word is used there. Now moving on with the next word, that is 195, and that is reprieve. Reprieve is a word that is used as verb, and reprieve meaning is cancel or postpone the punishment of someone. If you're canceling or postpone the punishment of someone getting punished, and you are canceling or postpone that particular punishment, that दंड और विराम, दंड का विराम हो जाए, थोड़े टाइम के लिए ठहर जाए, तो तब ऑफ कोर्स यू आर यूजिंग द वर्ड रिप्राइव. ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल किसी ने कमिट किया है क्राइम, उसके बाद उसको पनिशमेंट हुई है फ्रॉम द जज बाय अ कोर्ट, सो ऑफ कोर्स वहाँ पे फिर उसके बाद उसकी पनिशमेंट फॉर सर्टेन रीजन रोक दी गई है. तो देन फॉर दैट केस, या फिर पता चला पेरेंट्स ने ही आपके सिस्टर्स या ब्रदर को सोचा है कि लाइक अभी मैं तुम्हें मारूंगा, and then after that, okay, abhi nahi, shaam mein marunga. So for that sake, of course, you can use the word reprieve there. Okay, now moving on to the next word that we have here, 196 word, and that is pragmatic. Pragmatic is a word that is used as adjective, and the pragmatic word meaning is dealing with things sensibly and realistically in a way that is based on practical rather than theoretical consideration. That is vyavaharik hona, that in that case you can use the word pragmatic there. And now the word is your 197th word, that is skirmish. Skirmish is a word that is used as noun, and the skirmish meaning, so a skirmish is used as noun, and the meaning of skirmish is an episode of irregular or unpremeditated fighting. and एक कोई episode या फिर कोई irregular unpremeditated fighting हो रही है, जिसे हम कहते हैं लड़ाई. तो in the case of the लड़ाई, you can use the word skirmish there. Okay, and this is new word as well, and you can also go through with the new word, and you can also enjoy the full having a frame, and even though you have a confident about when you are speaking in English, of course. Now moving on to the next one that we have a word 198 here is. So 198 word that we have here is a purist. A purist is a word that is used as a noun, and the purist is a word that meaning is a person who insists an absolute adherence to the traditional rules or structure, especially in language or a style. Purist, a person who insists in absolute adherence, and of course the traditional rules and structures they are following, especially in the form of the language or a style, then we can use the word purist there. Next word we have 199 word, and the word is taboo. Taboo is a word that is used as noun. The taboo is a word that meaning is a social or religious custom prohibiting or restricting a particular practice. If you're restricting some particular practice, if you're social or a religious custom prohibiting, then in Hindi you can say that pabandi lagana, then you can use the word taboo there, and that the word is used in the form of noun here. Now the next word is your 200 here, that is the word 200 is stimulate. Stimulate is a word that is used as verb here, and the stimulate meaning that we have is encourage or arouse interest or enthusiasm in. So basically encourage karna, arouse interest karna and enthusiasm, and that way you are using the word stimulate, and in Hindi that is protsahit karna. Okay, now moving on with the next word that we have here is 201, that is indigenize. Indigenize is a word that is used as verb, and the meaning of indigenize is bring something under the control or dominance. You are being under the control of the dominance, जिसे हम कहते हैं स्वदेशीकरण. Okay, so in that way you can use the word indigenize here. Now the next word that we have here is, you can see that the word is 202, and that the word is itinerant. Itinerant is a word that is used as noun, and the itinerant is a word, the meaning of itinerant is a person who travels from place to place. A person who is traveling from place to place, that the person is known as itinerant. In Hindi that is Brahmarkari. Next word that we have here 203, and the word is conviation. Conviation is a word that is used, sorry, conviation that the word is prosecution. Prosecution is a word that is used as noun, and the prosecution meaning is the institution and conducting of legal proceedings against someone in respect of the criminal charge, अभियोग होना, तो दैट इज द प्रोसिक्यूशन, कोई इंस्टीट्यूशन या फिर कोई कंडक्टिंग लीगल प्रोसीडिंग हो रही है आपकी अगेंस्ट समवन with respect to the criminal charge, then of course you are using the word prosecution there. Next word is your 204th word, that the word is the conviction there. And the conviction is a word that meaning have that the word is used as noun, of course, and the word is a formal declaration by the verdict of the judge jury or the decision of the judge in a court of law that someone is guilty of criminal offense, dosh siddhi. So basically conviction is when someone is confirming, when the jury of a verdict, the formal declaration has been done by the jury and the decision has been taken by the judge in a court of law, and something is guilty criminal offense, then in that way you are using the word conviction there. Okay, this is the stance for that. Now moving on the next word, that is we have a 205th word, and that is perfunctory. Perfunctory is a word that is used as adjective there, and the meaning of the perfunctory is carried out without real interest. When you are carried out, when you're carrying out something without real interest, feeling और effort. in हिंदी बेपरवाह होना, कोई चीज़ के लिए आप sincere नहीं हो, आप उसको अपने मन से नहीं कर रहे हो, you are not doing with that you are by heart or real interest or by feeling, by effort, then you can use the word, of course, perfunctory. Now moving on with the next word, that we have here 206 word, and that is restitutive. Restitutive is a word that is used as adjective, and restitutive meaning is restoring to the rightful owner something that has been taken away or lost. Something to restore the right in a rightful owner, that's something that has been taken away or lost, then we are using the word restitutive. Now the next word that we have here is 207, and that the word is victim. What is the word victim? Victim is a word I think you had heard about, and hopefully you had not used these words in your framing sentences. So victim is a word that is used as noun, and the victim word meaning is a person harmed, injured or killed as result of crime. A person is harmed or injured or killed by a person as a result of crime, and that in Hindi that is pirit. So for that word we are using the word victim there. If someone has been harmed, and someone has been injured, and someone had been killed as a result of crime, then of course that the person is known as to be as victim in Hindi. That word is a pirit. Now moving on with the next word that we have here, 208, that we have here is, so here is a word that is 208 word, that is accused. Accused is a word that is used as noun, and accused is a word that is we are using these words as in the form of noun, and the meaning of accused we have is a person or a group of people who are charged with or at trial for a crime. Basically accuse a person, who the group of people that are charged with or trial of the crime, that is अपराधी. अपराधी जो लोग होते हैं उन्हें हम accused बोलते हैं. Okay, and that way you can use the word accused there. Now moving on with the next one, that we have your 209th word, and the word is pogrom. Pogrom is a word that is used as noun, and the pogrom meaning is an organized massacre of a particular ethnic group, जिसे हम कहते हैं तबाही होना. तबाही हो रहा है, कोई organized massacre है एक particular ethnic group में, या तबाही कर रहे हैं, तब we are using the word pogrom there. Okay, pogrom. Next word we have your 210 word, and that is communal. Communal is a word that is used as adjective, and the meaning of communal we have shared by all members of community. We are sharing all members of community, and for common use. कोई common use के लिए होता है, आप पूरे community के members के साथ use करते हैं. In Hindi that is सांप्रदायिक. सांप्रदायिक होता है कोई चीज़, तब हम लोग सभी के साथ share करते हैं, common use के लिए होता है. जिस तब हम उससे word communal word use करते हैं, तब आप भी frame कर सकते हो in that way. We are using as word communal there. Now moving on with the next one, that we have here 211, and the word is endeavor. Endeavor is a word that is used as verb, and the meaning of endeavor is try hard to do or achieve something. Try hard to do, when you're trying hard to do something and achieve something. In Hindi that is prayas karna. When you are going to do hard work for a particular work, then you can use the word endeavor there. Now moving on with the next word that we have here, 212, that is devastation. Devastation is a word that is used as noun, and the devastation is a word that meaning is great destruction or damage. बहुत ज़्यादा ही destruction होना, बहुत ज़्यादा ही damage होना, and then you are in Hindi that is तबाही करना, and the word is devastation. Now moving on with the next one that we have here is 213 word, that is encroach. Encroach is a word that is used as verb. Encroach is a very important word and that is used as verb. To take another's possessions or right gradually or stintily. That is atikraman karna. To take some another possessions right gradually or stintily. So then you can use the word encroach there. Now moving on in Hindi that you can say that atikraman karna. Next word we have here 214. The word is flora. Flora, and that is used as noun. The flora meaning is that is used as noun, and the flora is the word that the plant of a particular region, the plants of that particular region, habitat or geological period. एक plant जहाँ जो एक particular region का हो या एक particular habitat का हो या एक particular geological period का हो, and that we are using the word flora there, and जिसे हम कहते हैं वनस्पति. Now the word we have here is word 215, that is incarceration. Incarceration is a new word and that is used as noun here. Incarceration meaning is the state of being confined in prison, imprisonment, and जिसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं कैद करना. किसी को कैद कर लेना, imprisonment कर लेना, या एक ऐसे state जहाँ पे वो prison में हो person या कोई state, तो हम उसे incarceration word use कर सकते हैं वहाँ पे. Next one that we have here, 216th word, that is purview. Purview is a word that is used as noun, and the purview meaning is the scope of influence or concerns of something. To the scope of influence, concerns of something, that is in कार्य क्षेत्र. कार्य क्षेत्र जहाँ पे हम purview word use करते हैं, and this is also important, and that word is used as noun in Hindi, that is कार्य क्षेत्र. Now moving on with the next word that we have here, 217 word, that is captive. Captive is a word that is used as adjective there. And the captive is a new word that is used as adjective, and the meaning of captive is a person who has been taken prisoner or an animal that has been confined. In Hindi that is bandi banana. A person who has been taken prisoners, and of course the animal that has been confined. Then both for those we are using word that is captive, and the meaning in Hindi is of bandi. Now moving on with the next word that we have here, 218 here, and the word is accusant. Accusant is a word that is word used by an adjective, and the meaning of accusant is ready to accept something without protest, or to do what someone else wants. जिसे हम कहते हैं संतुष्ट होना. For that word we can use the accusant word there. When we are ready to accept something without any protest, बिना कोई protest के हम कोई चीज़ को accept करते हैं, उसके साथ साथ हम कुछ भी करने के लिए राजी हैं विदाउट एनी कॉम्प्रोमाइज, विदाउट एनी प्रोटेस्ट, जिससे हम संतुष्ट होते हैं. हम उस वर्ड के लिए अक्यूजमेंट का वर्ड यूज़ कर सकते हैं, जो कि अक्यूजमेंट आपका एक हिंदी एडजेक्टिव की तरह यूज़ होता है, और हिंदी में उसे हम संतुष्ट होना कहते हैं. नाउ मूविंग ऑन विद द नेक्स्ट वर्ड दैट वी हैव हियर, 219. So the next word we have here, 219 word, that is Expropriation. Expropriation is a word that is used as noun, and the expropriation word meaning is the action of dispossessing someone of property. So basically expropriation is word that we are using in the form of noun, and the meaning of expropriation, the action of disposing someone of property, जिसे हम कहते हैं जब्त करना, किसी की प्रॉपर्टी को जब्त कर लेना. For that word we can use the word expropriation there. Now moving on to the next one that we have here, 220th word, and the word is ameliorate. Ameliorate is a word that is used as verb. Ameliorate is a word that meaning is make something bad or unsatisfactory better. जिसे कहते हैं कोई भी चीज़ गलत या गंदा और या फिर कुछ अनसेटिस्फैक्ट्री है, सेटिस्फैक्शन नहीं दे रहा है, तो उस चीज़ को सुधारना, ठीक है, उस चीज़ को इम्प्रूव करना, उस चीज़ को बेटर बनाने के लिए हम ameliorate वर्ड यूज़ कर सकते हैं in हिंदी, दैट इज सुधारना. Now the next word is 221, that is ostensible. Ostensible is a word that is used as adjective, and ostensible is a word that meaning is to state it or appearing to better be it true basically, and but not necessarily so. That is pratyaksh karna, something to appear, state or appearing to be very true but not necessary so. Then in that case we can use the word ostensible. Now the next word is your 222 word, and that the word is draconian. Draconian is a word that is used as adjective. Draconian is also the new word here, and the meaning of draconian is excessively hard and severe. जो बहुत ज़्यादा hard और severe हो, जिससे हम कहते हैं कठोर होना. Then in the case, that case we can use the word draconian there. Now moving on to the next one that we have here, the word 223, that is probe. Probe is a word that is used as verb, and the probe meaning is investigation, examination. Investigation, examination, या जिसे हम कहते हैं जांच करना. Okay, in that for those words, for the judge, investigation and examination, then we are using the word probe there, and that the probe word is used as verb here. Next word that we have is 224, that is deplorable. Deplorable is a word that is used as adjective there, and deplorable meaning is deserving, strong combination, condemnation, completely unacceptable, जिसे हम कहते हैं खोज देना, या फिर ये कहते हैं खोद देना. Okay, उस that the word we are using the deplorable word there. Now moving on with the next one that we have here, 225 word, and the word is predecessor. Predecessor is a word that is used as noun, and the word meaning of predecessor is person who held a job or an office before the current holds. That in Hindi, that is a पूर्वज. जो हमारे पूर्वज छोड़ के जाते हैं, that is the predecessor. Like for example, जो हमारे forefather of grandfathers जो करके जाते हैं, like for example किसी का सुनार का काम है, तो जिसे कहते हैं हिंदी में पुश्तैनी काम है, तो उस केस में हम पूर्वज का काम कहते हैं. लाइक हमारे जो ग्रैंड फादर्स थे उन्होंने भी वो काम किया, उसके बाद हमारे फादर्स लोग ने भी वो काम किया, फिर हम भी वही काम करते हैं. तो दैट इज दैट इन दैट केस यू कैन यूज द वर्ड predecessor. Now the next one that we have here is your 226 word, and that is your aggregate. Aggregate is a word that is used as adjective, and the word meaning is of aggregate is a feeling a resentment at having being unfairly treatment, जिसे हम कहते हैं पीड़ित होना. किसी के साथ आपने गलत किया है, कोई आपके साथ आपने किसी के साथ गलत किया है, देन ये आपको ऐसा फील हो रहा है कि किसी ने आपके साथ गलत किया, आप पीड़ित है, then you can use the word aggregate there, and that is the word that is used as adjective there. Now next word that we have here, 227, and the word is anguish. Anguish is a word that is used as a verb, and the meaning of anguish is be extremely distressed about something. You are extremely distressed about something. पीड़ा जिसे हम कहते हैं, okay, बहुत ज़्यादा ही आप distressed हैं किसी चीज़ के लिए, and for that sake you are using the word anguish there, and that is of course the new word. You can use the new word technology, of course, that improves your English, as I said you before also, and of course that makes an impression, of course, yours. Now moving on with the next word that we have here, 228, and the word is pronouncement. Pronouncement is a word that is used as noun, and the pronouncement meaning we have a formal or authenticative announcement or the declaration, जिसे हम कहते हैं घोषणाओं. तो basically pronouncement meaning is a formal and the authoritative announcement or the declarative, जिसे हम घोषणाओं कहते हैं. Now moving on with the next one that we have here, 229 word that we have here is so we will concluding with this only 228 question word. 229 we will start with the next class, and hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion on comment box. Please like, share and subscribe our channel so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video. And please support us, and if you had subscribed our channel, thanks for them. And of course those who had not subscribed our channel, those who had seen our channel first time, please like, share and subscribe our channel so that many and maximum people can get the information at once. And even though you can also enjoy the video, and if you have any doubts, any subject recommendation, you can just suggest on the comment section, and we will surely act on it. Thank you.